ex-Qadianis who, mashallah, reverted back to Islam. We have many brothers here as well. Please come pay us a visit. Ourselves, alhamdulillah, sitting within this gathering, it's been very, very intriguing. So get your pens and your papers ready, get your notes ready. Brother Imtiaz is going to sum this up in 3 bullet points, inshallah. What's their arguments and what's the answer to their arguments, inshallah. We write this down. And subhanAllah, this is like Brother Imtiaz, Muhammad Imtiaz has mentioned that this journey was what post-COVID. So you're getting 4 years of extensive research. And the brother was mentioning that in lockdown, he would study. Now, this is probably something that's not mentioned public before, and hopefully it doesn't mind me mentioning this. 16 to 17 hours of extensive study daily. And he's giving you that within a nutshell. So please take these notes down, revise these points, inshallah, and use these points. Jazakumullah khair.
Jazakallah khair, Maulana Sahab. One thing I would say is that people need to understand the actual issue. If Ahmadis are calling themselves as true Muslims, then who are we rest of the Ummah? Of course, false Muslims, right? I mean, just imagine that a bunch of guys is telling the whole Ummah that we are the true Muslims and you are all false Muslims, number one. Number two is, but now they are so ashamed of this stance. Now they are shifting their stance. They say publicly, oh, we say that they are also Muslims, we are Muslims, they are just this, we are just that. The point is, it shows that you do not have confidence that Mirza was a prophet. The moment a Qadiani Murabbi says that we believe that you guys, us are Muslims, it is a reflection what is in his heart. He does not believe Mirza was a prophet. Very simple. Why? If Mirza Gulam Qadiani was a prophet, according to their claim, and we believe from the bottom of our heart that he was a Dajjal, and you still say we are Muslims, who are you? Number one. Number two is that it is not just, for example, one sect appeared, let's refute the sect. Not at all. It is an identity theft. It is an identity theft. I mean, just imagine, just to give our Western people some perspective. For example, if tomorrow a new cult appears in Italy, for example, and they say we are true Catholics, and they start using all the terminologies of Catholicism, they have their quote-unquote their own pope, they have their own bishops and archbishop and everything else, the entire Christianity would respond to how? We know that. They will never accept this as freedom of expression. No, because they are two separate things. Identity theft is a fraud. Because the moment a Qadiani or Ahmadi is claiming to be a Muslim after believing in Mirza Gulam Qadiani and then saying, I am true Muslim. So it's not, so this is the actual case. It's not this sect or my sect. No, it is basically our religion and their theft on this identity. That's the main case of Muslim Ummah. Second thing, I said, Maulana Sahab, I said before and let me say it again. I believe that even I have not asked you so far, but I am 100% sure this platform of yours, it's available if any Qadiani cleric exists on this planet.
Inshallah.
And they believe that they can prove Mirza was a Muslim. We are ready for debate.
Inshallah. Inshallah.
And we are live. If you want to come now, come now. Come right now, we're ready.
Inshallah.
Because we are not just saying out of our biases.
There's no milkshakes for them though. Is there milkshakes for them?
After conversion.
We can give the highly academic arguments that why Mirza Gulam Qadiani must not be a Muslim. Not maybe, must not be a Muslim. Let me give a simple reason. Very simple reason. Mirza Gulam Qadiani, he said, and this is something, when we quote these things, when we narrate these things, they're very heartbreaking. But we have to quote this at the end of the day because people need to know this. They need to hear all of that. Mirza Gulam Qadiani says, what was wrong with Messiah, Jesus? The gospel was being revealed and he was getting an oil massage from a prostitute. Now, just for those people who are academic, they understand the world of arguments, okay? My question is, what Mirza Gulam Qadiani has said, is he describing a real event or he is just making it up. There are only two possibilities. Either he is describing a real event, or who just made it up. If he made it up, he's a liar. Case closed. And if he is describing a real event, there's only one Jesus Christ who walked on this planet, and that is Allah's Prophet Isa alayhi salam. Yes, Christianity has a wrong understanding of them, but still we have one Isa, one Jesus. They are not two entities, one entity. So the point is, if somebody is making this statement, and he went to the extent of saying, he said that the alcoholism of the Western world is because of Jesus. He went to the extent, Maulana Sahib, he was quoting the ayat of the Quran. He was quoting Na'uzu billahi min zalik ayat of the Quran to quote and quote prove that Na'uzu billah Isa alayhi salam was a drunkard. He was habitually alcoholic. Now when we present all of that, what is the answer? Oh, he talked about the Christian Messiah. Who was Christian Messiah? Was it Jesus or not? If it was Jesus, then same human being. And then they would say, oh, look at the books of your ulama, they gave ilzami jawab as well. Hang on a second. Your claim is Mirza Gulam Qadiani was a prophet, and he came to rectify what was wrong before him. If he was just quoting the wrong, was he a prophet then? Simple. So that is one thing, just one example that why we believe that he was not a Muslim. Now, with regard to when we talk to the Qadianis, Maulana Sahib, Qadianis are playing a game for more than a century now. And the game is, they never ever tell people their actual belief. MashaAllah, you are mashayikh. When you're having a dialogue or a debate, especially a debate, a formal debate, the first thing is, what is your claim? And what is my response to that claim? So if you are a claimant, if you are a muddai, bring your claim first and then bring the evidence. The game they are playing is, and I would say it on camera, I have not come across a single video from any of the platforms, a single book from any of the publications of the Qadianis or Ahmadis in which they have mentioned their complete belief on two fundamental issues. Number one, what is their belief on Khatmun Nabuwah? What is their belief? They always give partial statements, because the moment they give the full belief, they finished. They have no case to make. Likewise, on the case of quote unquote this death of Isa alayhi salam, they never give their actual belief. Now, what's the actual belief? It may be surprised, and you may be even laughing at this one. The actual belief of Ahmadi religion is that Nabuwat was continued, Ijra'i Nabuwat was Jari, Urdu se Nabuwat Jari hai, it was continued, but it was a secret. Entire Ummah, until the Mirza Gulam Qadiani, they were ignorant, and Allah made them ignorant of this quote unquote secret that the prophethood is continued, but nobody knew before. And then the time of Mirza Gulam Qadiani came, then the secret was revealed to him, opened for him, that look, prophethood is continued and you are a prophet. And even it took him, how long? From 1880 till 1902. Even to understand this secret, it took him 22 years. I mean, it's a mockery of religion. So this is on this side. I would say that have they ever told any of their own community member that their belief is the prophethood was continued, but nobody knew, it was a secret? Only Allah gave this knowledge to Mirza Gulam Qadiani, and that's why he's a prophet. And then add to this one, after Mirza Gulam Qadiani becoming prophet, nobody else till Yawmul Qiyamah can be a prophet. Which means the entire game is being rigged for one person, Mirza Gulam Qadiani. Mirza Gulam Qadiani in black and white, he said, "Main aakhri mursal hu." And then they have the audacity to say, "Aakhri has not been aakhri." What do you mean? Is he aakhri or not? Is it last or no last? So that is on the subject of Khatmun Nabuwa, that their actual belief is that Mirza Gulam Qadiani, before him it was secret, nobody knew. Then Allah gave him the secret, made him a prophet, then door closed again. It means that they believe in Khatmun Nabuwa. But the actual thing is, they want to believe it ended with Mirza. Number one. Now on the topic of Isa alayhi salam. Subhanallah again. Mirza Gulam Qadiani said that Isa alayhi salam passed away in Kashmir, but nobody knew this. And Allah made it a secret for the entire human beings until Mirza Gulam Qadiani's time. When Mirza's time came, then Allah gave this knowledge to him that, oh Mirza, Isa has died. He's buried in Kashmir. What a joke. And then after Allah giving him this knowledge, he says that it took me 12 years to understand this. It took him 22 years to know he's a prophet. It took him 12 years to know Isa has died. It was one khabar, one news. Why 12 years? And then, subhanAllah, second thing. Okay, if Isa has died, then who are you? You are second coming of Isa, right? Then they would say, actually, it was a secret. By the way, I owe the obligation of presenting reference for these three secrets. Ijra'i Nabuwat ka Raz, Wafat Isa ka Raz, and Nazul Masih ka Raz. I mean, the secret of prophethood is continued, and the secret of Isa has died, and the secret of somebody else will come as Isa from this ummah. He said it was a secret, subhanallah, to the extent, look at the filth, look at the filth. He said that even Isa alayhi salam did not know when he was saying, I will come a second time, even he did not know what it means. He said that even Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not know the reality of second coming of Isa ibn Maryam. Now, why I'm saying all of that? This is the actual case. So their actual case is, point number A, Isa died, but nobody knew that it was secret. Point B, Allah gave this knowledge to Mirza, and then it took him 12 years to understand this news. And then point 3 is, now somebody else will come as Isa, and that is Mirza Gulam Qadiani. So these are the three things, and all of them are secret. It's a mystery religion. I mean, it's a joke. Now, why I'm saying that we don't even need to prove our case? They have lost the debate already, because it proves that Mirza was a liar. How so? Look at this one. On the one hand, he says he has 30 ayat of the Quran, Isa has died. And then he says within those 30 ayat, there are 3 Qat'u Dalala. The definite ayat, Isa has died. On the top of that, he says it is ijma of the Sahaba, Isa has died. Hang on a second. If you have 30 ayat, if Sahaba have ijma, how it was secret? I mean, something is either in the Quran and ijma of Sahaba, or a secret. It can't be both.
It's oxymoron.
Oxymoron, exactly.
Yes.
So now, for this reason, I am giving an open challenge. Produce one book or produce one video in which you have given this information to your own people. Leave us alone, your own people, that this is what we believe. So now what the game they play is, oh, Isa has died, this ayah means this, look at the Arabic lexicons, this and that. Why? Because they want to hide that what Mirza has actually said. And on the top of that, subhanallah, was Mirza a researcher or a prophet? Because Mirza said that he conducted a research about the grave of Isa alayhi salam. Again, oxymoron. Prophets are not researchers. Because these are two categories. Either researchers or the prophets. Because prophet by necessity is the one whom Allah gives the news, not through his own research. And Mirza is saying, I'm a researcher. And guess what? He was a bad researcher as well. Because he was saying at one point that the grave is in Sham, in Syria. And then he was saying that the grave is in Kashmir. So even if you are an academic researcher, you're a bad researcher. And lastly is that, it's ironic. It's ironic that people, they are telling people day in, day out that, you know what, we don't, the Muslim have declared us kuffar, look, how bad the whole ummah is, but we are the good guys, we never play this card, etc. I have given them open challenge. Mirza Gulam Qadiani said, he said, Allah has informed me that whoever does not believe in your message, he is not a Muslim with Allah. And now, again, they are so ashamed of these alleged revelations, they have thrown them away. In the fifth and current edition of the compilation of Mirza's revelations, they have thrown this reference away. And I'm asking them for an academic debate. I said, I will prove that this particular revelation of Mirza, it was recited on Mirza, and Mirza has approved that. And now you are saying, oh, it does not fulfill the criteria of transmission. Subhanallah, Mirza has said that, yes, I acknowledge that. So, but this in a nutshell, Maulana, people need to ask them, give us your complete belief on any topic you want to discuss. Either they will give you your complete belief in response to that, in that case, they can't defend it. Or they will lie and they are proven a liar anyways. This should be the starting point of talking to a Qadiani cleric or a Murabbi. However, I must say this. When it comes to the common people of their cult, wallahi, they don't know. We should deal with them in a different way. We can't deal with a Murabbi and a common person the same way. Common person is actually victim of the Jamaat. I would say that Ummah should side with the common Ahmadi. They should liberate a common Ahmadi from the oppression of the Jamaat. Because on the one hand, their dunya is being lost because they are eating away their money, the Jamaat, Chanda. On the other hand, their akhirah will be destroyed as well. So our sympathies are for the common Ahmadis, and we should stand by them, and we should help them to be free from the clutches of the cult.
Brother Muhammad Imtiaz, here in the comment section, we've got someone construct, explain, plain. Are you inviting, obviously he's saying Ahmadi Muslims, we say the Qadiani non-Muslims, to a debate? Yes, brother, alhamdulillah, Sheikh Uthman is here, Sheikh Sikandar Sahib is here, we have brother Muhammad Imtiaz Sahib here. Inshallah, like he said, anytime we're ready to have an intellectual debate with regards to this topic. Alhamdulillah, this challenge has been put out many times before by this respected shuyukh, and we put out this challenge again. Just to answer that question, now just turning this back to Maulana Uthman Sahib.
Habibi, can I just add one thing?
Yeah,
you allow me?
yeah, sorry.
For example, these Qadianis, the number one thing they want to debate is death of Isa alayhi salam.
Subhanallah. Why I'm saying Subhanallah is the diversion I was just about to take.
Oh, yeah?
I was going to tell Sheikh Uthman to elaborate on those verses very shortly within a nutshell, inshallah, with regards to the descending of Sayyidina Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. And then inshallah we'll get back to you.
Inshallah.
So if you could just recite those verses, and then inshallah we'll get some elaboration.
Can I? That's all there, definitely. And the biggest, born in the throat of a Qadiani Murabbi is when you resort to Mirza's books. So one technique is that you don't need to engage in Quran Hadith with them, because the books of Mirza to them must be Hadith, and they're not even needed of Sanad, because there is handwritten books.
Yeah.
So I always say at home, but the Imtiaz will always say it's available online as well. But I just want to on camera just discuss with Brother Imtiaz one thing. With the 2 points you've just made,
Gigi.
I want to pose this question to you, and you give me your thoughts on it, if you don't mind.
No, that's fine. Fire away, Mullah.
Yeah. So this is like, Mullah, what's the definition of reincarnation? Mullah, get the dictionary out and read the definition. Seriously, get the definition.
Yeah, please, yes.
Okay. So now, this is one with Isa alayhi salam.
Yeah.
The same thing references, and obviously any dictionary, Mullah, the one approved by
Not the Qadiani one.
No, the one approved by
the
British,
British.
yeah.
British values, okay.
So now, Mullah, the definition of reincarnation is actually muntabiq and totally fits with Mirza's view and Nazriya and Aqidah with regards to himself and Isa alayhi salam, and adding to what Brother Imtiaz has said, also himself and Na'udhu Billah, Astaghfirullah, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam had two comings, two ba'th. I am the second. So when a Qadiani recites La ilaha illallah Muhammadur
Sallallahu
Rasulullah,
Alaihi
by this Muhammad he is referring to Mirza Gulam Ahmad Qadiani, because there are clear-cut references on this where they believe Mirza is Muhammad in a second coming form. Now, Maulana, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi
Sallallahu
wasallam
Alaihi
has left this temporary world. No one is exempt from maut. وَمَا جَعَلْنَا, you know,
Wasallam.
وَمَا جَعَلْنَا لِبَشَرٍ مِّن قَبْلِكَ الْخُلْدَ أَفَإِن مِّتَّ فَهُمُ الْخَالِدُونَ. So leaving this dunya is inevitable. So now when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has left this temporary world, and Mirza Na'udhu Billah claims to be exactly Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Muhammad Arabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam's second coming, and he even goes to extend by saying the second is greater in shan than the first, is greater in rank than the first.
Yeah.
The first was not successful, and this is also the Rafidi viewpoint. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So you see, anyone who calls for a continuation, whether in the form of imamat, so this point what brother mentioned of anyone calling themselves prophet, I would add to that by saying, even if someone doesn't call someone a prophet, but gives the distinct characteristics and attributes of a prophet that are exclusive to prophets, to anyone that is a non-prophet, whether he labels him imam, sheikh, you know, whatever, he has also left the embrace of the fold of Islam, because he has also rejected Khatm Nubuwwat. Even though, so for example, someone starts giving you characteristics of a prophet, right? So he has also left the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is why I continuously say that Rafidis are 12 times rejectors of Khatm Nubuwwat as the Qadianis are. And obviously there's references I can't go into because of the time. But when the Mirza says that there are two ba'ath of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, two comings, and the second is me, and I am Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, na'udhu billah. Yep. And the second is better than the first. The first did not complete, I will complete. And can we not call this reincarnation? This is my question to you.
Can I
Shall I give the
respond?
definition as well?
Ji.
So reincarnation is the rebirth of a soul in another body. Yeah.
But what if I don't accept that definition? I want a definition, no British values at this point.
This one's got the
Yeah, carry on, brother.
Basically, the term Mirza Gulam Qadiani used is called buruz. So this is the term he used. Now, let me define buruz from Mirza Gulam Qadiani.
Much of the English blues and
Yes. We give them their prophet's definition, and let's see if they both match. Mirza Gulam Qadiani said that once a righteous person has passed away, and then the soul of this righteous person wants to come back in this dunya, in this world again, it begs to Allah for a new body. And then as a response to this begging, Allah gives a second birth to that soul in a new body. Whatever I have said, even though I was using this bit, but I was in my mind, I was reading Mirza's references, that how he defined it. Now, as Maulana Sahib read the definition that rebirth of a soul in a new body. Now, what I have said, compare with the difference.
No difference.
That's one point. Second point is this. Then they play a game. This is the game they play with everything. They would bring the quotes of Shah Waliullah, rahimahullah. They will bring a quote of this scholar. Look, he says that bruise of this, bruise is this. I am bruise. Let's take a poll. You know what Mirza Gulam Qadiani said? He said that there was going to be only one Baruze Muhammadi, that is me. It means that whatever somebody has said has nothing to do with Mirza. Mirza's idea or concept of Baruze that's his own. That's what we are dealing with. Because the moment Mirza Gulam Qadiani says that there was going to be only one Buruze Muhammadi, i.e., second coming of Nabi Muhammad Na'uzubillah min zalik, and it is me. It means that whatever any of the Sufis have said, it does not apply here. Otherwise, he was a liar. Because if you believe that they had been Buruz before Mirza as well, okay, who are they? Name them. Were they prophet or not? If you say they were not prophet, why not? Because if Buruze Muhammadi necessitates to be a prophet, that's Mirza's case. Then you have to believe in prophet before Mirza. And if you don't believe, it means that you know as well that whatever those mashayikh have said, it has nothing to do with Mirza's concept. And Mirza's concept is pure reincarnation. And on this one, again, instead of saying, on your own streams that, oh, these anti-Ahmadis are lying, be academic, challenge us that, look, you have said this thing, and whatever I have said, I would say that go and re-watch that part and note it down and hold me accountable for reference for everything I said. That's the academic way. Just saying, oh, he's lying, that's not the way you should deal with. And now, second thing, Maulana, is...
Sorry, brother.
Yeah.
Muhammad Imtiaz
Ji.
bhai. Just before you move on, so Buruz, just for our audience again,
Yeah.
according to the definition of Mirza
Yes.
Qadiani,
Yeah.
the soul of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the definition,
Yes.
The soul of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, na'udhu billah, begged Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be returned to
Yes.
this world in the body of Mirza Gulam Ahmad
Yes.
Qadiani. Just understand these, brothers, for
Yes.
a second. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, astaghfirullah, how much disbelief, how much kufr this is, that the soul of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, according to Mirza Gulam Ahmad Qadiani, begged Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be returned back to this world in the body of Mirza Gulam Ahmad Qadiani.
Yes.
This is the definition. Yeah, this is what Buruz, the Buruz that Mirza Gulam Ahmad Qadiani was referring
Yes.
to. That this is clear-cut kufr, this is clear-cut disbelief, and this is not the stance of anyone who claims to be
So,
Muslim.
Mawla, going back to what Brother Imtiaz said at the beginning,
Yes.
this is identity fraud.
Exactly.
If someone took your British passport,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or your driving license, or your, I don't know, Pakistan Nadra card, this would be fraud, yes? Your
Yes.
bank details. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's identity is such that is the greatest identity Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to any makhluk.
Yes.
Allahu
There is no identity greater than the
Bashar,
identity of
Bashar.
Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Snatching the identity of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and applying it to oneself and claiming, I am Muhammad Arabi Hashmi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, reincarnate or incarnate. There is no bigger crime than this, and this can be fought inside any court in the world,
Yeah.
and the judge will know this.
Yeah.
Any judge in the life. This is what I'm saying, Maulana. That the Pakistani constitution does the job, but in the UK, the Western world, right, we have the right academically to do the job. Obviously, in the process, they will be building their places. In Pakistan, they are not allowed.